They got to the scene, realized that there could be an armed individual there who was shooting from an elevated position. Really realized this was a very dangerous situation and called for the SWAT officers to respond.
Our top story this evening, less than 2 hours ago, the Dallas Police Department reports the man involved in this morning's standoff, well, he will not face any charges. Officers also say they are not releasing his name while they evaluate his mental health. The entire situation shut down a very popular area of downtown, putting several buildings, including schools, on lockdown. Our own Barry Carpenter is live outside the Vista Apartments. That's in downtown Dallas, where it all began. Barry, what's the latest?
Yeah, Amanda, it's all quiet now, but that certainly wasn't the case at about 10 o'clock this morning. As you mentioned in your intro, we're here at the Vista Apartments where it all began at about 10:30 this morning. And more accurately, it actually happened there on the 5th floor of the apartment complex. You'll see the broken windows there. Shots were fired from that very apartment, and that triggered about a 3-hour standoff. It was a typical Tuesday in the Arts District in Victory Plaza area until, that is, about 10 a.m. when police say multiple shots were fired inside an apartment at the Vista apartment complex. Soon after, SWAT teams and police swarmed the area and locking it down. Visitors at the Perot Museum got to stay an extra 2 hours.
We had a little art class for him, and when we got out, they said, "Oh, we can't let you go out these doors." And I said, "Well, which doors should we go out?" And they were like, "Actually, you can't go anywhere because the Dallas police said so."
Not bad. Some people got scared, just, I think everybody was, for the most part, calm.
At the Dallas World Aquarium, about 1,500 people sheltered in place. Meanwhile, at the Booker T. Washington School of Arts, this message was sent to parents.
Hello, this is Dr. Roots, Principal of Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing Visual Arts. This is to advise all parents that we have moved to a modified lockdown. We're not permitting any students to leave campus or any visitors to come on our campus at this time.
Back at the apartment complex, Mark Lipscomb worried about his wife who was locked down inside.
Realizing that the police are there, taking care of the situation. She can hear them talking outside the door right now. So it seems like they have things under control.
Soon after, people could hear a loud noise as police used flashbang to distract the man inside. Moments later, he would be under arrest.
I'm not sure on any pending charges. I just can tell you that the situation has been resolved and that the lockdown have been lifted.
And there's even more good news. Nobody was hurt, and so far, no charges have been filed. We'll explain a little bit more on that tonight at 9. And in case you're wondering what triggered all of this, apparently the person inside there, the man that started all of this morning, police say he simply didn't want to be evicted. For an hour live near downtown Dallas, Barry Carpenter, send it back to you, man.
All right, thank you so much, Barry. Okay, that SWAT situation hit close to home for us here. Our very own reporter, Selena Hernandez, was in the building just 1 floor away from the gunman. She began tweeting updates and exclusive video about the situation, all from her very own cell phone.
So when DPD SWAT team used this flash bomb device, you could feel the reverberations up on our floor. It was quite intense and rather terrifying, to be quite honest with you.
Wow, again, you're looking at that exclusive video that Selena shot with her cell phone. Now, Selena and her fiance are both fine, although, as you can imagine, a bit shaken up. Again, we're just glad that no one was injured or hurt in this police standoff. The man accused of killing his girlfriend is now in police custody. 26-year-old Robert Atlas was arrested around 2 o'clock this afternoon. This all happening near Shreveport, Louisiana. Bedford police say they received a tip and led them to believe that Atlas had left the state. He was found sleeping in his car at a Walmart parking lot. Atlas is accused of stabbing his pregnant girlfriend, Tracy Anderson, to death. Bedford police found Anderson inside her apartment during a welfare check. All of this on Sunday afternoon. Atlas is currently in the Caddo Parish Correctional Center. There's no word on when he will be extradited back to Texas.
It's a house. There was a big landslide, and there has been a huge landslide, and it's pushed the house all the way across the road.
The Washington State Patrol released 911 calls from this weekend's deadly landslide. So far, that landslide killed 14 people, and 176 others are missing or unaccounted for. Officials believe also that number will go up. Family and friends of those missing gathered at one area church today. They're hoping and praying for a miracle as other people from all over the area have all come to try to offer help in any way. Teams from the National Guard and the federal government firemen are also on scene. They're all working with local and state authorities, but conditions on the ground are tough. Now officials are concerned about weather conditions as well. The nearby river is rising and rain is expected to fall over the area the next few days. The Houston Ship Channel is partially open again. The Coast Guard is allowing limited traffic right now. That following that oil spill that shut it down for 3 days. While that means business will start to get back to normal, the environmental effect will take a lot longer to deal with.
Some good news. The Houston Ship Channel and Intercoastal Waterway have opened up to barge traffic, and the Bolivar Ferry is running from 7 to 7. So we're moving in the right direction.
The waters are sufficiently cleared of oil due to our response efforts and the weather.
But there's still quite a bit of work to do to get nearly 15.5 miles of impacted shoreline in ship shape.
We continue today to reassess those impacted shorelines and areas where floating oil is still present.
We have 8 birds here that are in some step of being rehabilitated. The good news is that I think Galveston Bay is going to have minimal environmental impact based upon what we've seen so far.
In Houston and in Austin, I was hearing, but for the oil, this is almost a model exercise.
However, some people can't get back to work with a mess like this still on the water. What kind of people? People who depend on the Gulf Coast waters to make a living.
Right now, our retail's a little slower because people are scared off. They think there's oil all in my shrimp. About 10% of the shrimp I sell in my retail probably comes from the bay. I don't know what's going to happen.
Unfortunately, the outcome of this kind of disaster can change with the weather. We'll see how that goes.
The fight against free birth control continues. The U.S. Supreme Court heard oral arguments on whether those private companies should be required to offer free birth control as mandated by Obamacare. The owners of the arts and crafts chain Hobby Lobby, along with the Pennsylvania cabinet maker, have filed the lawsuits. They argued it violates their religious freedom. One of the owners of Hobby Lobby says she is hopeful that the justices will see her side.
The choice the government has forced on us is unfair and not in keeping with the history of our great nation, founded on religious freedom. We are thankful that the Supreme Court took our case, and we prayerfully await the justice's decision.
The court's decision could clarify whether businesses have a religious liberty right or whether such constitutional protections only apply to individuals. A ruling is expected by late June. And Kevin, how is the weather?
It's great, and it has been beautiful all day long. A lot of sunshine. This is what you're seeing. You look out at the live tower cam right now. Sunny skies, very spring-like. Temperatures feeling good as well. 63 degrees currently. That's kind of the case as you look out across North Texas. Low 60s across the board. 63 Dallas, DFW, 62 right now in Fort Worth. And while it'd be great to see this kind of weather for all week, that's not going to happen. Start seeing some showers already popping up through West Texas. This is all headed our direction. I'll let you know just when that rain is going to get here, coming up in just a little bit. Keep it here.